Hey there, Postal here. So today we're going to do something a little bit differently. With Ironclad going on, the German ground attackers are on discount. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing on the EU server where I'm currently grinding the German ground attackers. And then we'll get some gameplay at the end of the video. Stick with me. Alright, so regretfully, I did a bunch of stuff and didn't hit the little record button, and what a waste. Did my first battle in the plane, walked you through my buying the plane on discount, so I'm going to walk you through some stuff. I'm a little annoyed with myself, and I apologize if I go through it quickly. So I had the 265. Yesterday I did a live stream on Twitch with my EU grind. Was able to get about 500,000 credits extra. And what that allowed me to do was not only have plenty of credits to actually purchase the ME329 at 1.87 million, but also spend credits on retraining my pilot and my gunner from the ME265 to this plane. It also allowed me to pay for the upgrades. So the top engine is actually the top engine on the 265, so that's nice. I just had to pay for it. It was chunk of change, 150,000 credits. Unfortunately, the top bombs are not readily available from the 329, and the top guns are not readily available on the 329. So my suggestion is, if you've got the time, it's actually better to earn these guns and bombs on the ME262, the Tier 8 German heavy fighter. However, that being said, if you can't get that grind like taken care of today, then you're just gonna have to free XP the bombs and guns on this plane. Great thing about the guns on this plane is they're the same guns, top guns as the 262. They're the top guns for the TA-183, which is a fun, if not necessarily good, Tier 9 fighter. And so researching these 30mm cannons will work for all three of these planes. So, you got that to feel good about yourself. The free XP cost of these guns was 16,000 or 17,000 free XP, if I remember correctly. It might have been 19,000, and I apologize. Like I said, it would have been great if I hit the record button. But I had at the time about 210,000 free XP, so I used it for the guns. In my opinion, it's a necessity. Doubly so on the bombs. But if you don't free XP the bombs, which were 5,500 free XP, then you don't have any bombs on a ground attacker and tell me how good you're going to do. That being said, it's only 5,500. So if you've only got enough free XP for either the guns or the bombs, I'd actually say get the guns first. A reasonably okay game as your first game in the 329 will probably get you 5,500 points to research the bombs, so you don't need to free XP them. So the guns would take priority if you've only got to choose one. The rear gunner is not a priority. It will be nice to get the 20mm cannon, but it's not going to make or break this plane. The 15mm cannon does some decent work. If you've got the free XP to get the guns and the bombs, definitely do it. The bombs are lovely, but like I said, the guns are a necessity. That being said, a lot of the equipment that I put on here was simply because it was lying around. You've got the option for the cockpit to either go with improved cockpit armor, which 99% of you are going to do. You could also do the navigational radio equipment. I didn't have one lying around, so I didn't test that out. They're both technically survivability equipment items. One is just physical, helps your crew's resistance to injuries. The other one decreases your visibility, or your visibility of enemies seeing you. It actually increases the range at which you can see enemy aircraft. So they both help survivability, just in different ways. And it is pretty nice not being seen. With a ground attacker like this and most GAs in the game, not being the focus of attention is a good thing. You will survive a lot longer. Rather than being the focus of attention and just hoping that you're able to survive. So navigational radio equipment is a completely viable option. I've gone with improved cockpit armor because I had it available. If I didn't use equipment just sitting in my depot, I'd be at basically 0 credits right now. We'll go back to airframe in just a second. Forward firing weapon. I've got gas operated action. It's simply because it was available. Literally anything will work well with the guns on this plane, and that's another great thing about the German ground attackers. Gas operated action. Can't go wrong with that. That increases your overall rate of fire. Who's going to argue with that? So my damage output is plus 12.5%. Reinforced ball carriers is certainly an option as well. That lets you hold the trigger for longer. Doesn't necessarily have the same damage output in a short burst, but it could conceivably has the same damage output just over a longer time. Excuse me. And these guns put out such a high amount of damage that gas operated action could be seen as overkill. Long gun barrels is another great option. Gives you just some extra range on the guns. It's probably the one weakness of these guns is they are very short range. So maybe putting long gun barrels on it would be helpful in that situation. Again, I simply went with whatever was readily available. And any one of those 3 options will work perfectly fine, just in different ways. For the airframe, you've actually got a decent amount of thought that you want to put into this. You could conceivably put reinforced skin. That will help your wings and tail resistance to critical damage. Would have actually helped me in my first battle. I died because my tail got knocked out by AA, and I wasn't able to maneuver and get out of the sector quick enough. Another option would be reinforced airframe. That would help your overall hit points. I don't necessarily recommend that one because it takes away from your maneuverability, and the 329 is actually pretty maneuverable. It can save itself with its maneuverability. So I tend to steer away from the reinforced airframe. And for the same reason why I steer away from the lightweight wing frame. Yes, this has a lot of maneuverability. Do I want to necessarily lean in on that and take away from HP? No. But I could see people kind of doing a cheesy build or a troll build and getting really maneuverable with this plane. I've gone with polished skin in this situation. My second option would probably be reinforced skin. Polished skin helps your overall airspeed and actually reduces your maneuverability a little bit, but still find myself to be very maneuverable. What the airspeed allows you to do is get from sector to sector as quickly as possible. Considering I've gone ahead with my consumables and put manual engine restart on here. I've used that instead of engine cooling. Because I've got the polished skin, makes me feel like I don't necessarily need the engine cooling. I've got 45 seconds base on my boost. If I am efficient with my boost, I can keep that 45 seconds or always have boost readily available. And this allows me to get my engine back in and going. My other consumables are first aid package. I want to get my rear gunner or my forward firing gunner in as quickly as possible, and this plane doesn't catch on fire all that often. Universal ammo, it's up to you if you want to take that or not. I'm taking it. I do highly recommend, however, improved fragmentation. That's going to increase the damage caused by your bombs. Can't go wrong with that. You want to use your bombs, right? So, again, do whatever you can to do extra ground damage. Now, this is a plane that is very good at attacking enemy aircraft as well. So in a pinch, keep that in mind, especially if somebody's sitting in front of you. I was able to actually take out a couple of fighters in the last battle. I really wish I recorded it. But c'est la vie. So that's my setup on the plane. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at, let's hop into our second battle on EU in the ME329, and let's see how it goes. All right, so this match is not going to end up the same way that the other match ended up, is it? We've got an RB-17 and a 262 on the enemy team, plus a P-80. On our team, we've got me and another 329. What do I do? I'm going to go for the garrison in front of us. I'm going to send everybody else over there. I'm going to get the garrison, though, so we can get some sort of points coming in, and then I'm going to try to move on to their mining facility. So the great thing about these bombs, besides just being super strong, is they reload pretty quickly. And so I can definitely have them reloaded by the time we get over to the other sector. Drop these bombs here. up. Probably could drop a bomb there. Get rid of these AA guns. AA guns are going to be the bane of our existence sometimes. That and the squirrels in the trees. Going after him simply because he's in front of me. And oh my goodness. Come on, team. Let's get this crap together. Alright, let's get over to the mining facility. I'm gonna hold down the boost. Usually if I've got like if I need to pace myself, I will not necessarily just hold down the boost. I'll kind of tap it. Now that I'm up to a decent speed, now I'll tap it. Again, I kind of need to save it, right? But I'm at a decent clip here, going pretty quickly. Sending everybody else somewhere else. I'm going to go over to the mining facility. As long as there's not, like, a heavy fighter over here, I'll be fine. Oh, they've got a 329? How did I miss that? Let's see if I can't knock this guy out. Since he's not paying attention to me, my map awareness is OP. It's annoying when the shots don't hit, but shots don't tend to hit as much with ground attackers as they do with other fighters. I don't want to actually knock out the... Ooh, skip. The anti-aircraft here because it's all bomber anti-aircraft, so who cares? High altitude stuff. That'll knock it out. There we go. Taking over the plant. Let's go directly across the center. See if we can't get the center. Fortunately, the RB-17's doing some heavy frickin' lifting, but we knew he was going to. And our 329 took way too long to get over here. I was hoping by trying to send them elsewhere that they would have gone, I don't know, elsewhere. And that way we could have been capturing other sectors. But humans sometimes listen even less than the bots do. So what are you going to do? Speaking of which, there's a 329 behind me. Wonder if he's going to chase me fully or what. He is. He's still chasing me, so he's got his boost on. See if I can't try to escape him here. Too late, buddy. Let's see if I can't hit the air brakes here. Yep, there we go. Flip around. Wasting my time, dude. Wasting your own time, too. But whatever floats your boat, I guess. My goodness. Really... oh, no. Now I got my tail knocked out. Of course I'm going to crash. How frickin' annoying. What knocked out my tail? I guess the 329? Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to respawn and kill him. Like, honestly, like, I get why you're doing it, because you're seeing red, and you just want to kill that guy that killed me, yeah, but you just wasted your own time, and you could have been capturing the mining facility, but sometimes people let their emotions get the best of them. Let's go ahead and let's try to out think this ME-329 on the enemy team. Let's go ahead and get the mining facility. Let's keep on pushing here. The thing with him is if he was paying more attention when I first killed him, like, he wouldn't have let me kill him. If that makes sense. I just killed him because he was sitting in front of me. Like, he literally pulled in front of me, so. Alright, so I'm just really want to get to this mining facility as quickly as possible. Let's keep pushing here. Should be able to do some pretty decent damage here. Then we can move on to the command center of the garrison. Stop going. That guy's going for the... he's not very good at dropping either. Oh boy. Drops away. So we've got little tiny bits that need to be taken care of.
The port will not be available.
That little tiny bit there. That little tiny bit there. Oh, we got it. Alright, so let's get this garrison. Keep pushing. We just need a tap. I want to hang on to my boost. I've only got 17 seconds. And
Stay alert, pilots.
keep pushing.
Large enemy force spotted over the airfield.
Fortunately, they got that other mining facility. We're up by 100 capture points, but that's not enough to just kind of sit back and think we're going to definitely win. We need to keep pushing.
We cannot support you any longer.
Okay,
The storm
so
is too heavy. Do you copy? Over.
all right, take that. Take whatever we can get. Don't know why you would ram a ground attacker, but who am I to tell you how to play the game? Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be struggling here. Okay. Do we really want to try this again? The answer is okay. Guess we will. If anybody's learning any kind of lessons today, it's don't go head on with a ground attacker. There you go, get behind them. There you go, you can actually do damage to them from behind. Giggity. Fortunately, this is the part where ground attackers fail compared to bombers. You can't get away from everybody nearly as easily as bombers can. You can't do as much ground damage either in a single salvo. Trees are gonna kill me, or the ground, one or the other. Crap on a stick. I'm so dead. We're gonna lose this battle, unfortunately.
You've done what you could. Go back to base.
Tried. Really tried. Thought we had it for a little while there. Unfortunately, just can't overcome an RB-17. It's the downfall of Period 3 ground attackers in general. Gonna find it very difficult to overcome Period 3 bombers. Let's head back. Alright, so just not quite enough, right? 5 aerial targets, 9 ground targets, almost 50,000 ground damage done, 12,000 personal points. But you just have to be resigned that sometimes you're going to run into situations where you can't overcome the tier 8 bombers that are on the enemy team. If me and the ME-329 had communicated a little bit better and split our ground damage, we would have been able to have a bigger impact in that battle for sure. And that would have been the way to get the win there. That also being said, is keep in mind this was the second battle on EU in this plane, and I just got the pilot and gunner to 100%. I'm still going to be working on getting the plane specialized, and I've got the rear gunner. Not that the rear gun is going to make a huge make or break difference in this game, in this plane, but as I continue to build up the pilot and the gunner, and as I continue to get closer to specialization, games like this are definitely winnable. You just have to be paying attention to where you need to be and where the enemies are. Map awareness is overpowered. I don't know how many times I need to say that, but you paying attention to the map is going to keep you alive more than knowing which sector to go to, or thinking you know which one to go to. And so definitely keep that in mind. Your head needs to be on a swivel, especially in a ground attacker, because unlike a bomber, you have to, you don't have a get out of jail free card of being able to, get super high up, or just avoid via speed in the first place. Ground attackers have to get stuck in. It's actually one of the reasons I like them so much. But that being said, they can also be really, really frustrating. I was lucky to not have the 262 try to focus me down. I was lucky to, not have too many enemy aircraft really coming at me. And that doesn't happen every game. Some games you just are the focus of attention. And now I think about it, the enemy 329 in this battle wasted both of our times for about a minute just trying to dance around in circles just because he was throwing a baby fit about being killed. So, we actually probably had a pretty good chance of getting the win in this one if things lined up a little bit better. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take advantage of the Ironclad discounts that are going on. It's available for all the German ground attackers. And like I said, these are some of the best in the game. Tier 7 and above are really, really fun. Tier 10 is absolutely excellent. Ridiculous firepower, both forward firepower and the bombs. Great airspeed. Might be the only ground attacker in the game that can really keep pace, almost, with some of the bombers out there. And it's just a lot of fun when you're able to derp the hell out of planes that don't really think that you can kill them. You can do that in 329 as well. Kind of think of it as a pocket 1102B. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got this plane, is it one that you've kept and you enjoy? Actually, I'd want to hear, is this a plane you didn't like? There's not a lot of people out there that don't like the ME329. I'd love to hear from those people, as well as the people that love this plane. The ME329 will always take some extra love, right? I certainly love it. I hope you do too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.